saved. And Still Sexy Radio, right here on GI Music. Because you should know, just because you are saved, that doesn't mean stop being sexy.
What's up? This is your man, Mr. Just Get It, host of The Hanky Hour. If you'd like to be a guest or a sponsor of the show, text RIB Network to 31996, and you can catch me every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, right here on Saving Sexy Radio. What's up, y'all? It's The Hanky Hour with Mr. Just Get It on Saving Sexy Radio. I got my co-host, Burley Save.
What's going on?
Today's show topic is going to be getting back on track. You know, when I say getting back on track, far as like when you have like more than one thing, several things going on, and you kind of separating yourself between all of them and kind of get off track on one or the main one or even a few of them, and it's back about just getting back on track. And I also have a subtopic, also some other things I want to talk about as far as like what's going on with the Hankin' Hour, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with Saving Sexy Radio as far as we're looking for guests and sponsors. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to get back in and talk about getting back on track.
Hey, it's your girl Yolanda, author of Big Sister Secrets. If you haven't already purchased my new book, head on over to my website, www.bigsistersecrets.com. You can also purchase it on Amazon.com. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. This book is about everything I wish somebody would have told me about the real world before I graduated high school. Get your copy today.
Drop top Porsche, rollie on my wrist, diamonds up and down my chain. Cardi B straight stunning, can't tell me nothing. Bossed up and I changed again. It's my big bronze boogie, got all them girls shook. My big fat, got all them boys cooked. We're from dollar bills, now we popping rubber bands. Bruno sang to me while I do my money dance like, hey. Flexing on the gram like, hey. Hit that Lil Jon, okay. Oh yeah, we dripping the finesse and getting paid.
Ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch all night long. Yeah, I know we'll turn heads forever. So tonight I'm gonna show you all. When I walk with you, I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play. Blaming on my confidence, I'm blaming on your measurements. Shut down on sight. That's right. We out here dripping with finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping with finesse. You know it, you know. We out here dripping with finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping with finesse. You know it, you know it. Now slow it down for me, baby. 'Cause I love the way it feels when we grind. Yeah, our connection's so magnetic on the floor. Nothing can stop us tonight. When I'm walking with you, I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play. Blaming on my confidence, I'm blaming on your measurements. Shut down on sight. That's right. We out here dripping with finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping with finesse. You know it, you know. We out here dripping with finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping with finesse. You know it, you know it. Fellas, grab your ladies if your lady fine. Tell her she don't want for life. Ladies, grab your fellas and let's do this right. Do this right.
Yeah, we got it going on. Don't it feel so good to be us? Yeah, we got it going on. Yeah.
Girl, we got it going on.
Yeah, we got it going on. Don't it feel so good to be us? Yeah, we got it going on.
We out here dripping with finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping with finesse. You know, dripping with finesse with my baby. Oh, dripping with finesse. You know it. Girl, you know we got it going on.
and Still Sexy Radio, right here on GI Music. Because you should know, just because you are saved, that doesn't mean stop being sexy.
What's up? This is Mr. Just Get It on the Hanky Nine. We back on Saving Sexy Radio. Before we went to break, I said the topic today was going to be called Getting Back on Track. And the reason I decided to talk about getting back on track, a few weeks back, we talked about publisher woes and, the different things that come with publisher woes. And I had a subtopic that I wanted to touch on. I didn't really get to touch on it. It was called, holiday woes. Because here we are, we're at the beginning of a new year, 2018. And I had found myself kind of getting off track, kind of due to the holidays and due to certain things going on and having to revamp my schedule and stuff. And sometimes I feel it kind of hard to get back on track and pick up the pace of where I was at before I stopped.
Okay.
So it's just about getting back on track. It's easy to get off or get deviated from your track. So what I do, I try to just keep my notes together and my syllabus and my schedule of things I need to do. But what I try to do is mostly to try to stay highly motivated. Because it's I'm going to give a perfect example, far as working out. But I'm the type of person, I don't do New Year's resolution. So every year people come up with these New Year's resolutions. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then fall off.
Right.
And that's the reason why I don't do New Year's resolutions, which would probably be good because it'll hold me accountable. But I just see the mass people falling off of their New Year's resolutions, and I don't want to be one of them.
So how you got off track to where we at today?
So how I basically got off track is still from the holiday woes and stuff. I had so much different stuff going on and had to set certain projects down to work on something completely different. Now it's time to get back to these projects, and it's kind of hard to get back on track, Okay. And I know I ain't the only one to suffer with this, because I know a lot of people, including yourself, who multitask.
Right.
And far as a perfect example, far as in the beginning, even with me coming in with the Hanky Now and on Saving Sexy Radio, I have not tooted my own horn, but I have noticed it where I'm learning more and I'm able to contribute more from the stuff that I've learned.
Right.
And that comes far as, and that's part of my point of getting back on track. Because now I'm getting back on track with it. You know what I'm saying? Just far as I had an instance of that occurred last night where instead of putting it off, I immediately contacted someone and asked them for a solution to the problem I was having. That way we wouldn't be no snags or holdups.
Right.
So far as basically just getting on track, so you get on track and being a moving vehicle and put 110% behind it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're trying to launch something, you're trying to build something, Like I say, when we multitask, it's easy to get off a track or something.
So I got a question for you. So when you learning something, right? You say you learn, you're learning different things here on Saving Sex Radio. Kudos to you. I'm proud of that. I know how far we've all come individually as well as collectively. But when you're learning, whatever you're learning, how do you go about being consistent in applying what you've learned? So that way, or how would you do it this time around, I should say, now that you're getting back on track? So how would you lay out, you know what I'm saying? How would you move forward with the things you've learned and apply it to what you need to apply it to so that you could be consistent moving forward? Have you wrote that down?
Basically, the way becoming consistent in it is because when you're learning something, now you are able to use what you've learned and apply that to different situations in all your situations. So it becomes consistent because now you're doing it over and over and over versus just doing it once for one sole purpose.
Right.
So once you learn it and I'll try like I said before, I try to get all my stuff under one umbrella where everything will work together.
Right.
So now the stuff that I'm learning here, I can apply to there and apply to there and apply to there, which is turned out to be consistency.
Right.
So it's everything is designed for a purpose. If I'm writing books, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to go into writing songs. I want to look into writing short stories. You know what I'm saying? Something's gonna fit under everything is fit under the one umbrella.
Okay.
As far as writing songs would kind of be not under the umbrella as far as writing books, which writing short stories will be under the umbrella. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I'm trying to do, I'm not putting myself in a box, but what I'm trying to do is just make sure everything connects together. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a seller, if I'm in the league of selling sweets, I don't want to go out here and start investigating sour stuff. I want to investigate everything to sweet. You know what I'm saying?
If you can make your sour sweet, why not?
But that's not the point. What I'm saying,
I know, but that's a whole nother challenge, though. You got to look at it. I mean,
right. But if you can make your sour sweet, why not? But first, you got to get your sweets down. You know,
you got that. That's the
first, I got to cover everything under the sweet umbrella.
Right.
So far as just like getting back on track, like I say, it's still from the holidays, you know, and not just for the holidays. You know, it'd be other things that pop up in the curve where people have to slow down for a minute. Just things that happen in everyday life to where you find yourself at some point, time or another, having to get back on track.
Okay.
You know, and that's one of the things that was going to be my like I said, it's going to be my subtopic when we was talking about the publisher woes, because at the time of that, and I said, well, that'd have been a good subtopic for that, because the same time the publisher woes is exactly when, you know, the holiday woes was going through. And I chose that not as an excuse or nothing, but I know a lot of people suffer from it, you know what I'm saying, because the holidays and downtime come with a lot of getting off track and stuff, but me, personally, I don't have downtime, but what I did, I had to do other things. I was still moving and still working, but I had to set some things down and pick up something else.
Okay.
So which still, like, far as getting on track, like, when I say it applies to, like, people who multitask, I know you find yourself getting off track sometimes. Right?
Yeah, so when I had those moments, let's see, when I had those moments, just because I have so many other things that I'm doing, I work on everything a little bit at a time. You know how, like, you got 4 eyes on the stove, 4 or 5 eyes on the stove, right? So you got your pots going. You need everything not on high. You want it all to be done at the same time. You want it to be done right, and you want to eat it and it tastes good, right? So when you working and stirring on when you working, you can only stir on 1 pot at a time. You can't stir on 2. You know? So while you have them simmering, you gotta go back and start from where you was at the beginning on your first pot. So what I end up doing is sometimes I walk out the kitchen. See what I'm saying? So when I walk away or pause or take a break or something like that, I'm mindful to be like, okay, I got to hurry up and get back to that, because if I leave it on too long, right, then I'm gonna have a problem. So to combat that, at first it was a major concern. I can't say issue. It was a major concern for me when, you know, I'd work on multiple projects at one time and then figure out, okay, well, how in the world is this gonna happen? You know what? I ain't gonna worry about it. Move on to the next thing. You know, I work out every solution possible until I get to my breaking or stopping point, and then I go back and I pick up with the next one. It's kind of like working the equalizer board. You got to get it all right. At the, you know, it doesn't happen all at the same time, because each thing has a different sound. So to make it all work in harmony, you got to work it out. Perfect example with publisher was, because of where I am located and because of where I work during the daytime while I'm waiting for my assignment to take effect, I found myself switching gears a little bit. And you know what? I ain't mad about it at all. It's put me in a place to where I'm able to reach back in the community, or reach into the community, not even back, because I'm not from here. So I'm able to reach into the community in ways that I never would have thought of before. And I'm excited about that. You know what I mean? So I take it and I run with it. You know, what works, work, and what don't. Don't stress yourself out about, don't stress yourself out about what don't work. And I had to learn that myself. It was definitely a hard lesson, but a valuable one all at the same time.
Right, and sometimes stopping and having to get back on track, just like you just said, is a good thing. You know, like you said, walking out of the kitchen. And it's funny that you use the metaphor of 4 eyes on the stove and cooking multiple things at once, because I'm a cook. Right. And, you know, and some days I will be in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying, at work, and I'll be having to cook multiple things at one time in order getting set up. And I just looked at it the other day, you know what, I said, this is just like my life. You know, because I had so many things cooking, and I was getting so many things done, and everything turned out to be good, you know. And as far as getting back on track, you know, it was something that I suffered from, and I still suffer from. Like I said, I know other people suffer from it. So basically what I want to do, and what you just did and hit the nail on the head, was give some solutions as far as about getting back on track.
Right.
Because one of the main things to do, you know what I'm saying, when we want to do something, just do it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't make it or get to where they want to get, and they projects fall off because they can't get back on track. You start a project and boom, and it never materialized because once you fall off, you can't get back on track. And getting back on track, I chose this because it's powerful. We got to get back on track because when it ain't even about just doing multiple projects. You could be working on one project,
right,
but all the other things that's going on in your life might take you away from that project, and sooner or later you have to find yourself where you need to get back on track.
Yeah, we're going to take a break real quick. Sorry to interrupt. We'll be back with more hanging out right here on the Saved and Sexy Radio with your man, Mr. Just Get It, and yours truly, Barely Saved. All right, we'll be back after this.
Hi, this is Sanaj, the writer of Spilled Milk Situations, available at Amazon.com. And you're listening to The Hour of Esteem with the Queen of Esteem, Nisha Brown, right here on Saved and Sexy Radio, powered by RYB Network.
Saved and Still Sexy Radio, right here on GI Music. Because you should know, just because you are saved, that doesn't mean stop being sexy.
Good morning. This is Angela Thomas Smith, founder and director of African American Author Literacy Awareness Campaign Organization, and you are listening to Saved and Sexy Radio, powered by RYB Network.
I could never pay you back for everything you did for me, mama. But I love you. And this song is just show you my appreciation.
Lot of things I wanna say to you, mama. Wanna apologize for when they kick down the door. Wanna apologize for times I turn ghost. I'm here now, wanna see now from these boys that you know.
I think that every day is Mother's Day. I love you, mama. My first love in my life was my mama, and I just wanna give her the world and let her know that she my number one girl. Us against the world, I give her the world. Dolores Darden is my number one girl. Us against the world, this for mama. That woman taught me everything I know. This for mama. She was my mom and dad. This for my mama, the one that showed me love from the start. That's the first woman to catch my heart. She used to watch me when I played in the park, and when my pops was MIA, she just played both parts. You are so amazing, mama, I just ran out of words. If you want it and I got it, I will make sure it's hers. I will give you the world. Honey, baby, you my everything. This world is cruel, and without you, I wouldn't be anything. You raised a king with a half-ass father. Sometimes no lights and no water. I have never seen you falter. I worship you like the altar. You my number one girl. Me and you, baby boo, against the rest of the world. I will gladly die for her. This for mama.
I wanna say to you, mama. Wanna apologize for when they kick down the door. Wanna apologize for the times I turn ghost. I'm here now, wanna see now from these boys that you know.
I think that every day is Mother's Day. I love you, mama. My first love in my life was my mama, and I just wanna give her the world and let her know that she my number one girl. Us against the world, I give her the world. Dolores Darden is my number one girl. Us against the world, this for mama. I remember all the good things you did. This for mama. I'll never take you for granted, and I love you. My first friend in the world taught me to navigate these waters in this treacherous world. Watch my mama scrap and scrape all day with no help and 4 kids and bad health, but she ain't break, she just dealt. Taught me strength and family first, and hope for the best, but be prepared for the worst. Cause this earth is a test, and I'm a lover till my last breath. Wish I could take away the times that I made her upset. I love you, mama, this is strictly for you. It's from the heart and it's true. You're the purest thing on earth to me, I worship you. Can't do no wrong in my eyes. I hope this song a surprise that brighten up your day like a summer sunrise. I think that every day is Mother's Day. I love you, mama. My first love in my life was my mama, and I just wanna give her the world and let her know that she my number one girl. Us against the world, I give her the world. Dolores Darden is my number #1 girl. Us against the world. This for mama. This for mama.
What's up? This is your man, Mr. Just Get It, host of the Hanky Knob. If you'd like to be a guest or a sponsor of the show, text RIB Network to 31996, and you can catch me every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, right here on Saving Sexy Radio.
All right, y'all, we back. We're getting back on track. This is the Hanking Out with Mr. Just Get It, and I got barely saved. Yeah. Before we went to break, we was talking about getting back on track. You know, as far as just getting back on your projects, whatever you're working on. You know, when you find yourself drifting away into other things, or other things might pop up and occur, and there's different solutions and ways how we get back on track and how we stay on track. And one of the metaphors Barely Safe had used was like there's 4 eyes on the stove, and you know, cooking multiple things at once with the main goal of everything being done at once. You know, and like I was saying, like sometimes in life we kind of get off of track of things, and that stops projects and ideas and stuff from manifesting because we start and we never finish it because we don't know how to get back on track. And one of the things I use for a perfect example, and far as we talking about like getting back on track, like if it's kind of like going over people's head or people not getting a real clear understanding of what the purpose of it is, that's why I use the example of working out. How many people start working out or dieting and then stop? Right. You know, and then it's hard to get back on track of that, you know, and I learned that from different people who I know trying to work out, get on diets and stuff like that. So, and that's one of the main things, I think one of the main things that's, I don't want to say publicized, but highly talked about as far as like getting back on track. Right. Because by March, usually the people that started out trying to work out and get right and getting fit, by March, they done fell off all the way. Right. But the main thing, you know, as far as one of my solutions as far as getting back on track is like when you find yourself drifting off due to whatever may have occurred to cause you to have to drift off, you know, just get a little bit in at a time. You know, like far as I'm a writer, so we're gonna use writing as an example. You know, you might been writing 5,000 words a day. You know, even if you could just get 500 in that day instead of that 5,000, we gotta still keep the wheels on the vehicle turning. That's right. In order for us to get to the destination we're trying to reach. Right. You know, there's just a lot of things I'm learning in this. Like, far as I want to talk about this too. It might kind of be off subject, but it might not. But okay, when I first did my book, and people kept asking me, like a few interviews I had, people asked me, well, how long did it take you to write the book? How long did it take you to write the book? So, matter of fact, it's not off track not off subject because it was getting back on track. And I told them the amount of time it took me to write it and get it out because I had other things going on, but I was able to get back on track. You feel me? Right. So I've been learning and watching different things, and I've been seeing people that've been doing word count challenges and doing 3,000 word challenges and stuff like that. So we talked about this before the interview, where people have wrote like multiple books in a short period of time. Right. You know, but that's basically like, wow, like staying on track. But that kind of like opened my eyes up because, like I said, when people ask me, like, how long did it take you to write the book? So, like I said, by me being new coming into this, I didn't know it was a time frame you needed to write a book. You know, it's not. But I guess that stemmed from a lot of books coming out in a short period of time by one author.
Yeah, ain't no time period. Where that come from?
Right. So, I mean, I had that question a few times, like, well, how long did it take you? How long did it take you?
Right.
And then I started seeing, like, how many books people was dropping in a period of time and these word count challenges and stuff like that. So I was like, wow. And that fits in with getting back on track because in order to produce that quality of work, you got to stay on track, you know. But if you do happen to get off track, that's why I said get a little bit in a day. So I know a person don't have time to sit down and just do projects and complete them all the way through. So they have to be getting a little bit in here and there. You know what I'm saying? As far as being able to stay on track and not getting all the way off.
Okay.
You do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
And that's why I was saying, like, getting back on track is very, very crucial. Because once I look back and I came up with this, and once I finally started completing tasks and projects, and I look back, I finally see, like, well, dang, the reason some stuff didn't work in the past because when I fell off track, I didn't get back on. But now I'm in a point to where I have a demand to meet. So I got to stay on track. I have deadlines.
Right.
I have people waiting on me.
Right.
Not waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? I got people expecting stuff from me.
That's right.
You know. So now it's very crucial that I learned how to get back on track and how to stay on task and stay on pace. And like I said, get a little bit in at a time. Like, as far as not to get off track, like yesterday, I had a busy day. I had a whole bunch of stuff to do. But what I did is I took some of my work with me. You know, so even if I didn't get nothing done, I could get a little bit done, or at least I could look over, or at least I could be looking over it. You know, so, and that's another solution as far as getting back on track. If we happen to get drifted off to something to where we can't work on what we was working on, I mean, at least stay refreshed with it. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, at least keep it on your mind or keep building. And one of the things I want to go into for writers. And it's a double-edged sword. When I asked you, do you experience this? And I experienced it. And I realized it's a double-edged sword because it will drive you crazy.
Okay. What's that?
Okay. Say, for instance, like, you're working on a project, or you might be working on a book, a story, a business plan, or anything. So you're working on it. So you got to sit it down to work on something else. But while you're working on something else, ideas for the other project, you had to sit down and just keep popping up, keep popping up. And it just drive you, not drive you crazy in a bad way. It's motivational when it's pushing, but it just drive you crazy. And I'll be racking my brain.
Yeah, it drives me crazy because I can't dig into it. That happens to me all the time. I have to keep my notebook. I have 2 notebooks that I write in, plus my iPhone that I write on. And I say that because of the notepad, because it's syncable. So I have to I just got to write on everything. The only thing that drives me crazy about stuff like that when it happens is that I'm not able to just continue to dig into those ideas and things that's coming to me. I just have to make note of it and keep moving.
Right. And that's one of the things, the solution the person gave me, I mean, which I was already aware of, but a couple people keep telling me, like, well, just write it down. But no, it's deeper than that. It ain't about the writing it down. It's just the fact about how to be on your mind and drive you crazy while you're doing something else.
Exactly.
You know, for a perfect example, like right now I'm working on a book. I'm working on a story. So I might be working on it right before we started this recording. I could have been working on it. But while we doing this, it's steady eating at me.
About it.
You know what I'm saying? It's steady going. It's steady moving.
Right.
You know, and I think that right there shows passion and determination also.
Right.
You know, because a person just can't sit it down and let it be.
Absolutely.
And that was the answer to far as like how I did my first book when people asked me like back to how long did it take. It was, and I answered. I said, well, you know, it was a story that I started working on, and I set it down. I got off track, but it just kept popping up. It kept popping up. It kept popping up. So evidently, it was meant to be to come. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the same thing for us, like when you have to set stuff down and do something else, but what you had to set down just keep popping up, keep popping up, keep popping up.
And then you know what, too, just because you sit something down and, you know, well, at those moments when you do sit something down, I'll put it that way. When you do sit something down and you can't get back to it right away, it doesn't mean that it wasn't meant to be. It probably just wasn't meant to be the way that you wanted it to happen.
Right, or that time.
Right.
But this is Mr. Just Get It on the Hanky Iron. We're talking about getting back on track. I got Barely Saved in the house with me. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
What's up? This is your man, Mr. Just Get It, host of the Hanky Iron. If you'd like to be a guest or a sponsor of the show, text RIB Network to 31996. And you can catch me every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, right here on Saving Sexy Radio.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Barely Saved. Don't forget to tune in every Wednesday to Constance Corner Live. You never know when the takeover is happening. I'm just saying, you don't want to miss it. 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, right here on Saving Sexy Radio. Alright? Peace.
She is my rock, bust at the hold down the spot, beast with the bar, shout to be wet, whoop in the pot, beat down the block, the best thing I got. She is my rock, she is my rock, she is my rock, bust at the hold down the spot, beast with the bar, shout to be wet, whoop in the pot, beat down the block, the best thing I got. She is my rock, she is my rock. Shawty with dog, oh I had them bands. She a little rider, just like a friend. Hard no mama, cool as a fan. I love a woman who love a man. What can I say? She realer than most. When things get ugly, she don't get gold. She up with singing, she stayed on the boat. I call her baby, to me she the gold. She is my rock, bust at the hold down the spot, beast with the bar. Shawty be wet, boy spin the pot, beat down the block. The best thing I got, she is my rock. She is my rock. She is my rock, bust at the hold down the spot, beast with the bar, shawty be wet, boy spin the pot, beat down the block, the best thing I got. She is my rock, she is my rock, she my little rock, what mine is hers, like Shawty told me, what mine is yours. She more than 100, that ain't even a word. Things go left, I hit her first. Things go right, I spoil her first. I give her the world, that's what she deserves. She my little rock, she ain't a bird. My numero uno, she come first. She is my rock, bust at the hold down the spot, beast with the bar, shawty be wet, boy spin the pot, beat down the block, the best thing I got. She is my rock, she is my rock, she is my rock, bust at the hold down the spot, beast with the bar, shawty be wet, boy spin the pot, beat down the block, the best thing I got. She is my rock, she is my rock, she know how to grind, she hustle like me, finesse for the check, she get it from me. She don't stay stagnant, she chasing a dream. When I need a shoulder, that's why I lean. She cute in a dress, she cute in some jeans. She ain't a member, she is the team. When I'm on the go, she know where I be. She is my rock, she is my queen. She is my rock, bust at the hold down the spot, beast with the bar, shawty be wet, boy spin the pot, beat down the block, the best thing I got. She is my rock, she is my rock,
Hi, this is Chauncey L. James, author of Dear Future Husband, available on Amazon.com or ChaunceyLJames.com. And you're listening to The Hour of Esteem with the Queen of Esteem, Nisha Brown, right here on Saving Sexy Radio, powered by RYB Network. Be sure to head over to Amazon.com and pre-order Confessions of a Call Center Vixen on August 21st.
What's up, y'all? This is the Hanging Out with Mr. Just Get It on Saving Sexy Radio, and I'm back. Before we went in the break, me and my co-host Brody Say, we was talking about getting back on track. And we covered a bunch of topics and a few solutions as far as like how to get back on track. And I hope this topic right here has been inspiring and inspirational to people, because like I said, I know how easy it is to get off track and how hard it is to get back on track.
Right.
What we was talking about as far as like multitasking or different things coming up in, you know what I'm saying, situations coming up to where you have to set a project down or set something down and start something else, and how hard it'd be like sometimes getting back on track to get completed. So, and what it has stemmed from, like we said back a few weeks back when we did the Publisher Woes. For y'all who missed it, you can go back and check out the show we did called Publisher Woes. So one of the things I'm going to go into now, you know what I'm saying, moving right along, is like it still stays in the context of getting back on track. The Hanking Hour, Saving Sexy Radio, which direction, you know what I'm saying. We're trying to take this in the direction I want to go. Right now, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking for guests, I'm looking for sponsors, I'm trying to build with people. We just basically trying to build a brand. And I think what people are failing to realize is that it's more of a benefit to them than it is for me.
Right.
As far as exposing, putting you on a platform, and running all the material that get ran when you become a guest or a sponsor of the show.
Right, because you get because as the host, you get the benefit anyway, regardless of what. So before the sponsors, and that's something that's intricate, I never stress it just because sometimes I feel it's unnecessary, but in other situations it's not unnecessary. So with being a sponsor on the show, it leads to other things, especially if you are a small business owner or working to establish your brand. It definitely worked for you in that aspect. Now, as far as other existing business owners and motivational speakers and people that got things coming up, I'm speaking to those people because those are the ones that keep hitting us up through the website. So the sponsorship fee that we have on the show is for your commercial. Now, we don't do, and I got to say this because it's necessary, and I have to make sure that I say it on every show or the next 3 shows. The fee that's associated with being a sponsor on the show, everybody has to pay sponsorship fees when they're playing even on commercial radio. So don't think just because you're on it's Saving Sexy Radio and what you see is a smaller platform, please don't get it twisted, because that ain't what it is. That's not, if that's where you want to keep it at, great, that's on you. But when you coming on the show, it's not just about our time, it's about your brand, because our brand is still existing. I'm just gonna have to throw that out there because I feel like it need to be said. And it's more than just coming on for an interview. So you have your commercial, of course, if that's what you so choose to do, by all means do that. But it doesn't mean, and I gotta stress this as well, because I'm the one that pulled the last card, is my final approval to say who comes on the show unpaid. That's my approval. The host will bring it to me. Mr. Just Get It do it all the time. I ain't tripping, because he bring good community guest spotlight people on the show. You know what I'm saying? But we have a limited amount of those free advertisers or interviews or however you want to put it that we will allow on the show. So we don't everybody that come on the show, no, they don't have to pay, but we don't have a lot of people that come on and don't pay for a sponsorship because we run those commercials.
Right, but it ain't really so much. It's about that, but I don't even think a person should even expect or look to come on for free. And then if they do, they should look at it as a blessing. And then, I'll say the platform they own is just like the best promotion is word of mouth.
Right.
Now, when you got somebody else talking about it, now it's a different story. And when people hearing about you or your brand out of my mouth, that's a different story. Now, Now it's holding a little bit of credibility, versus me sitting here just talking about me, my brand. Of course, won't say that because it's mine. But when you got a brand or a business or something, you got somebody else speaking about it, that's like a benefit. That's like a plus. And when she talked about the website, for those of you who don't know, the website is www.savingsexyradio.us. And like I said, I'm looking for guests, I'm looking for sponsors. I want people to go to the website, check us out. We got some good things coming up. This is a very, very great platform, and I think people, you need to start utilizing it. And we kind of drifted off into the money thing. It's not even about the money, because like we said, we have a certain amount of slots that we can do, we do free interviews,
Right.
But I think a person, you only going to get out of it what you put in it.
Right.
You know, and and it kind of upsets me because it's not about me. If I don't get a guest on my show, hey, that's less work for me to do. But this right here is a platform that I think people need, and they should utilize. And I know that from being a new author and a new entrepreneur myself, as far as promotion. Right. You know what I'm saying? Advertising, getting out there, you know, and a lot of people we didn't got lackadaisical with the technology era and want to sit back and just let that do it for us or let other people do it for us. No, you got to get out there. You got to chase your dreams. That's why it's called the hanking hour. You know, when you can supply the demand and consistently turn a profit. Right. You know, so people, you got to get out there. You know, hit us up, www.savethesexradio.us. You know, hit us up, the hanking hour. We got different shows. We got the Hour of Esteem. We have a few different shows.
Oh, we got Keeping It Real with Faith and Erica coming up. You got to hit. I was just about to touch on that one too. Yeah, we just did the recording for that yesterday. I was so excited. That's the first duo show that Saved and Sexy Radio has, so I'm like thoroughly excited about it. And I gotta say, these ladies keeping it real. I can't even lie. I'm like, golly, y'all ain't pulling no punches at all. For real. So it was a really good show. I cannot wait for it to air. It airs March 7th.
Okay. And the plug I just dropped, that goes right back into getting back on track. We need to get on track, people. We need to get on track. You know, we need to get our brands out there. We need to get our names out there. Whatever we're working on, we need to get it out there. Get it out there. Get it out there. You know, it's 2018. You know, people that got like kind of lackadaisical with social media and stuff like that. I'm not knocking it. It's a great platform, but there's other platforms out there. How can and when I say getting back on track, and the reason a person get off track is because a lot of times you're working on so many different things. We're not even going to talk about the stuff that's popping up now. We're talking about when you're working on different projects and different things. You know, so it's no days off. You know, it's 24/7, 365. It's work.
Pretty much. Now we got to work on you getting out to California for like a day or two.
I most definitely got to get out there. I'm taking this hanking worldwide. I'm taking this Saving Sexy worldwide. So don't be surprised if you see me pop up in a city in a town near you, Mr. Just Get It. This is the hanking hour with Mr. Just Get It on Saving Sexy Radio. I have my co-host Burley Saved in the house with me today, and we out.
We out.
Hi, this is Patty Doss of Exquisite Reads Publication and the author of Somebody Else's Husband series. And you're listening to The Hour of Esteem with the Queen of Esteem, Nisha Brown, right here on Save That Sexy Radio, powered by RYB Network.
Saved and Still Sexy Radio, right here on GI Music. Because you should know, just because you are saved, that doesn't mean stop being sexy.
As I ride through my city, I'm thinking, looking at the lights. For so long we was hurting, I got the chance to make it right. Plenty times you done hurt me, I done been all alone at night. They claim that they with me, but they should know that they ain't right. Gotta stay down and get it, I know that it's gonna be alright. Can't get knocked off my pivot, I gotta play my cards right. Gotta stack up them benches, my fucking we gon' ball for life. For so long I've been striving, going hard, trying to make it right. So much pain in my body, know you can see it in my eyes. Say that you was with me, promise that you was down the ride. Now when I look around, you ain't nowhere by my side. Hurt me so deep, but it's okay, I'm on my grind. I got 2 sons, I'm just 16, can't waste my time. Straight from the bottom to the top, I gotta climb. That boy say he don't like me, tell him fall the line. So survivor, I won't stop, yeah, I'ma grind for it. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, I done came for it. A lot of diamonds around my neck, yeah, I'm shining hard. I'm 16, driving in all these exotic cars. And I don't want nobody's itch but my mama, boy. And my chicken, cause they was the ones who behind me, boy. Remember, I ain't had nothing to eat, I go steal for it. Show you my bank account, I swear I got 6 figures, Lord. Looking around me, they hating, probably won't snake me for it. These looking under the skies, living under the board. I guess these looking they weren't made for it. Lord, please don't mistake me, play gon' die, cause I ain't going for it. In this life that I'm living, I pray I make it through the night. As I ride through my city, I'm thinking, looking at the lights. For so long we was hurting, I got the chance to make it right. Plenty times you done hurt me, I done been all alone at night. They claim that they with me, but they should have known it ain't right. Gotta stay down and get it, I know that it's gonna be alright. Can't get knocked off my pivot, I gotta play my cards right. Gotta stack up them benches, my fucking booty gon' ball for life. Yeah. I can't even lie, I really miss my daddy. Can't trip out you leaving me, waiting for you, this wouldn't happen. Woke up with an opportunity to feed my family. My limit the stars and I wanna grab it. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna grab it. You know, I wanna hold another level. In this life that I'm living, I pray I make it through the night. As I ride through my city, I'm thinking, looking at the lights. For so long we was hurting, I got the chance to make it right. Plenty times you done hurt me, I done been all alone at night. They claim that they with me, but they should've known it ain't right. Gotta stay down and get it, I know that it's gonna be alright. Can't get knocked off my pivot, I gotta play my cards right. Gotta stack up them benches, my fucking booty gon' ball for life. Yeah, two times.
Hey, what's going on? It's Barely Saved. Have you visited our website lately? SavedandSexyRadio.us? If not, head on over there. Get the plug, download the plug, replay the plug. Okay, check us out. Alright, don't forget, we have our on-air talent page as well. Keep up with all of our hosts and their events and what they got going on. Click, like, share, repeat. Alright, peace.